Woo, doggy. It is Friday. Y'all ready to go bowling? Let's get it. The name of the game is Math Bowling. It's one of my favorites to play with the students. It's quite easy, and you get to compete with your kids, so it makes it fun. You're not sitting and waiting around. 9. If you are not aware, in bowling, there are 10 total pins, as you see here. So we're trying to knock down every single one of our pins. And the way that we are going to knock them down is by using mathematical operations. I've got 2 sets of dice, but for today's purposes, we're going to use the red ones to have a little bit of fun. Because when you get to 0 through 9, there's a lot more things you can do with the numbers that are provided. Okay, what's the point of the game? The point of the game is to knock down every single one of those numbers, and you have to use all 3 numbers that were rolled. So let's go over here to my desk. I'm going to roll out 3 of these dice. We're going to figure out what our 3 numbers are. And then I'll show you how we knock down each pin. Okay, we're gonna roll these 3 dice right here, see the numbers that we get, and then those are the ones we gotta work with. So I got a 9, a 2, and a 7. Man, I cannot catch a break right now with numbers. Let me just double check some things, think about this, think it through. Okay, I think we'll be all right. 9, 2, and 7. Sometimes you get really nice numbers, sometimes you're gonna get some really crummy ones. Right here we got 9, 2, and 7. I don't think they're too bad, but I'll show you how we're gonna use them now. Follow me to the board. Okay, those numbers that we just rolled were a 9, a 2, and a 7. I have to use all 3 of them with mathematical operations in order to knock down as many bowling pins as I can. And obviously, the point of the game is try and get a strike. So I'm trying to knock down every single one of them. Okay, teachers have fun with it, students have fun with it. Let's get after it. Let me show you what I mean by writing out a math problem that has a result that comes to 9 or 7 or 0 using all 3 numbers. Okay, let's start with something fairly basic. 9 minus 7 plus 2. 9 minus 7 gives me 2, plus 2 more gives me 4. I can now knock off the 4 out of the bowling pins. Let's get a little bit trickier with what we do. Let's do the square root of 9, really just 3. 3 times, oh no, let's do 3 plus 7. So 3 plus 7 is going to give me 10, and then I'll take 2 away to finish with 8. There we go, we've knocked 2 pins down. Okay, if we want to get real tricky with it, we could do this. We could do something like, check this out. 2 to the power of the square root of 9. So 2 to the power of 3, which really this whole thing right now is just an 8 minus 7 equals 1. 2 to the power of, let me just show you what, anybody who's confused as why this comes out as 1, let me show you. 2 to the square root of 9. Square root of 9 is 3. So we're really just saying 2 to the power of 3, which is 2 times 2 times 2, making 8. So 8 minus 7 equals 1. Hey. I'll tell you right now, my kids that are super creative and think outside of the box usually do really well with this game. And I love doing it. I have a lot of fun with it. Okay? So let's finish it up. I'll do 1 or 2 more. Let's knock off 1. And let's just try something like, I could say 9 times 7, no, 9 times 2, 18, nope. Let's go. 7 times 2, giving me 14, and then 14 minus 9, leaving me with 5. 7 times 2, 14, 14 minus 9 equals 5, and we just knock them off as we go. Okay, so have fun with it for time purposes. I'm not going to spend the rest of the time in the video finding as many as I can. Sometimes you got to think for a while, but this is basically the game. Encourage your students to knock down all 10 pins, give them a strike, have a prize for kids who can do it, and if it takes them a couple of times to get better at it, that's okay. Share your ideas with them. They're going to start to come up with some different ideas like, hey, yeah, square roots. When you get a 9 or you get a 4, those are great numbers because you can square root them and turn them into 3s and 2s. All right, study hard and good luck on your upcoming test.